In a quiet fold of the western wilds lay Blightrest Glen, a place whispered of in old traveller songs, though few claimed to have ever set foot there. It was said the glen had once been bright and thriving, crowned with wild lilies and soft-voiced streams, until a wandering sickness touched the land, leaving half the grove grey and brittle as if the life had been drained away. Most avoided it, except Taran. Taran was a young mapmaker, stubborn as old oak and twice as curious. His mentor had vanished months earlier while charting forgotten valleys, and the last note he'd left behind bore only 2 words, Blightrest Glen. So, on a mist-heavy dawn, Taran followed the fading ink of the old map and crossed beneath the arching branches that marked the glen's edge. The air within felt different, thick, humming softly, as if the forest breathed in slow, uneasy rhythms. On the right side of the glen, vibrant green moss glowed with dew. On the left, the trees curled inward, bark stripped pale as bone. Between these halves ran a narrow stream, perfectly clear, reflecting both life and decay in the same ribbon of water. Taran knelt beside it, dipping a finger into the flow. Warm, unnaturally warm. Curious thing, isn't it? Said a voice behind him. Taran spun, heart pounding. Standing among the healthy trees was his mentor, Master Orion, alive, though changed. His hair had grown wild, and his clothing bore patterns of bark and lichen, as though the forest had claimed part of him. I knew you'd come, Orion said, stepping forward with a soft smile. This glen, it's not dying, it's choosing. Taran frowned. Choosing what? Balance. Orion gestured to the split landscape. A sickness came, yes, but the glen resisted in its own way. Half succumbed, half strengthened. It needed a guardian to maintain that boundary. And now, it has chosen another. Taran felt a strange warmth rise along his arms, tracing patterns beneath his skin. The stream shimmered. The healthy half of the glen brightened, as if greeting him. The blighted half trembled with a low groan, acknowledging him as well. I'm not ready for this, he whispered. No guardian ever is. Orion clasped his shoulder gently. But the glen trusts you. And so do I. A wind swept through, carrying voices like distant leaves, soft, ancient, waiting. Taran took a slow breath, feeling the glen's pulse settle into his own. He looked across the divided forest, understanding now that his task was not to heal or destroy, but to hold the fragile line between the two. And so, beneath the hush of twilight, Taran of Blightrest took his place, watcher of life, keeper of decay, and the quiet balance between them.